Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be taking a look at that post-Duelist Nexus Virtual Worlds. But before we jump into that deck list, I just want to let you guys know that I won our weekly locals this week with our post-Duelist Nexus Mechanical list, which you can find here. And the link on this will be in the description below. But for now, let's jump straight into our Virtual World deck. Alright guys, so we're going to start with the virtual world ratio. So we run 3 Lulu, which is the main searcher for the virtual worlds. We run 3 Lala, which is our main monster reborn of the virtual worlds. 3 Lily, which is our main card to get things sent from deck to grave. 3 Gigi, which is basically our add to hand during the end phase. And 2 Nyen Nyen. So the 3 of us are all very simple. 3 of us is just good in the deck. Yen Yen then can be debated where you can run 1 or 2. I prefer 2, and the reason for that is emergency teleport. If we already have 1 on the grave, we can emergency teleport a second out as a non-tuner, and then special summon the second one from the grave as a tuner, and lets us sync off for a level 6. So that's it for the main monsters of the deck. Next then, very simple, we go into our hand traps, which of course is the 3 Ash Blossom. Not much to say about Ash Blossom, just a very good hand trap at the moment with a lot of searches in the meta. And things like Brand Fusion. Then we move on to the spells. So we run 3 of the Virtual World Qualoon, which is our main activator from the deck. So play this and it activates one of the traps, or mainly our Chuche, face up on the field. It can also activate Qinglong from the deck or face up on the field as well. And speaking of Qinglong, we also run 3 of these. So this has a nice field effect where you can banish a Virtual World monster to negate the monster's effect on the field, but the main effect that we use in this for is to banish it to help us search for our Lulus from the grave. We then run 3 E-Tally, which is very important for the deck. It can call out the Nyen Nyens and call out the Lulus. And because we are going first deck, and if we lose the dice roll, we of course have 3 Dark Ruler no more. Very important in the deck, just to break through that board if we end up having to go second, and can't be said out in game 2 and 3. We run 2 Foolish Burials. So the reason we run 2 Foolish Burials is of course to send our Searcher to the grave, which is our Qinglong. Now this is a very optional card to have in the deck, so we can run either 2 Foolish Burial Goods, or you can take them out and run 2 Pot of Desires instead. However, I do prefer the Foolish Burial Goods over the Pot of Desires, but it is personal preference at that. Next card, of course, we are a combo deck, so we run 1 of the Called by the Grave to stop all those pesky hand traps. We run 1 tag card for the Metal Foes Fusion. Again, this is a tag card, you could side this out for the Pot of Desires, but I prefer Metal Foes Fusion as it is just a free draw, as we discard a lot of cards to the grave for cost. So if you do draw into this, it's very nice as a free draw. And we run 1 Harvey's Feather for the spell and trap destruction. Moving into our traps then, we run 3 Infinite Impermanence in the deck, 2 Virtual World Gate Chuche, and 1 Virtual World Gate Xianwu. So Impermanence is just a very good card at the moment. It stops a lot of things. Chuche is our main trap card we want to activate with our Quanloon. So Quanloon activates this face up on the field. And then Sanwu is just another trap card to have in the deck if you need to send something else that isn't a Chuche. Sanwu is also a monster reborn from the grave by discarding 1 card to special summon something back from the graveyard. So that's it for the main deck, guys. Everything's very self-explanatory, a lot of 3-ofs, and just a lot of cards working with each other. Alright guys, so now we move into the extra deck. So, in our Virtual World deck, we have 2 main combos. We have the Sulkin combo and the Crimson Dragon combo. So our Sulkin combo is mainly for monster effects, and our Crimson Dragon combo is mainly for everything else. So if you're running into an effect heavy deck such as Pearly, we would mainly go Sulkin, whereas we're running something like Dinos, we can always go into our Crimson Dragon. So with our Sulkin combo line then, we need our Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, our Muddied Mud Dragon, and our Nepal Caliga. So that's 4 of the cards. We then, with our Crimson Dragon combo, we need Sigma, Crimson Dragon, and of course our Hot Red Dragon Archfiend. So those are the 2 main combos of the deck. But of course we need extenders as well. So we have our 2 level 6 extenders, our Coral Dragon and our Stardust Charge Warrior for the draws. Plus the Coral Dragon is a tuner and it is quite nice. Then we have our level 9s. So we have our Vermilion Dragon mech, which is quite a nice level 9 if you need to finish a game by destroying a card. We simply banish a tuner, which we have plenty of in this deck, to just pop a card on the field. And of course our Shen Shen. Shen Shen being one of the big boss monsters of the deck, very easily to bring back every main phase. And it's just a Macro Cosmos when it's on the field. So every card sent from the field to the grave is now removed and play instead. So that's it for those 2 combos on the extenders. And then we move into our Exceed monsters. So the 2 big Exceeds we run in the deck are going to be our Virtual World Phoenix Fan Fan and our Fortune. So Fan Fan can use its effect, removing 2 material then to basically bounce cards from the field and our graveyard. But we of course can then overlay it with our Thunder Charger. Now with 2 material we can go into our Zeus. Fortune then can use its effect just to ram into something. You will take a bit of damage, but then you can overlay it with Zeus as it cannot be tried by card effect or battle. So Fortune just a nice Zeus extender and Fan Fan as well. So it's just nice to sit with your Zeus in the field. So that's it for the 15 cards of the extra deck. Alright guys, we're going to take a quick look at the side deck now then. So of course we start off with our 3 Droll and Lockbird. So 3 Droll and Lockbird in the deck, it's just a very good card at the moment. So it's a 3 of in most of my side choices. We then run 2 Nibiru, as this deck is very susceptible to combo decks as well. If we don't draw the Dark Ruler no more, it's nice to side in some Nibiru if needed. Our traps then, we run 3 Anti-Spell and 3 Royal Decree as our floodgates. As we are going first deck mainly, if we can set these, it doesn't really affect us. For example, Anti-Spell, we don't really run many spells in the main deck that need to be activated going our turn 2. And same with Royal Decree. Once we have our Chi-Chi already on the field, it will be negated by the Royal Decree, but we can still target it for the effects of our virtual worlds. And Royal Decree is just very good in the current meta, stopping things like Labyrinth. So those are our traps. We then also run 3 Solemn Judgment. So this was a decision done by pure testing. As we're going first combo deck, we are very susceptible to things like Dark Ruler No More, big field destruction spells such as Regaki, such as Dark Hole. And we did run 3D Barrier instead at one stage, but this just seemed better to help us keep our board. So 3 Solemn Judgment. Then our final card is our Dark Hole. We could run something like another Nib, but I just prefer that 1 Dark Hole. The reason being is we also run that Dark Ruler No More if we go second. If we're going into game 3 and we have to go second, it's nice to Dark Ruler and Dark Hole and then pull off our full combo on an empty board. Thanks for watching this video guys, and make sure to like and subscribe for more content. With our next video probably going to be a combo video for this deck list. So look forward to it, and I shall see you guys next time.